front of you. If you have a pen and paper, do this real quick. Draw a plus sign. If you have a pen and paper, draw a big plus. Okay, just do it real quick if you have a pen and paper. If not, don't worry about it. Let's see if I can actually. I was gonna maybe do it on PowerPoint real quick. So you guys follow along. This is kind of how we're basing it. I'll do it right here with you. Okay, draw a big plus like this. Big line in the middle. I'm going to do it because I'm going to reference this real quick. This is something we're going to do that's dynamic, and this is one of the cool things about bridge pages and Smart Member that you're going to really just love. Okay, so draw a big plus. Got one line there. Make this line here. Just a big plus like that. Okay. Once you have a big plus in the line there, there's going to be 4 categories. The top one right here. Up on the top of it all, write the word outgoing. Watch, I'm building this right in front of you. You'll watch some quick ninja PowerPoint skills. Okay. So you got outgoing, and then on the bottom, write the word reserved. And then on the left, write the write 2 words, task oriented. Like that. And then on the right, write the word people oriented. So you got task oriented, and then you got people oriented. It looks a little something like that if you're done. Okay. So what you have is you have a plus, you have task-oriented, people-oriented, outgoing, and reserved. And based on this, kind of bring it all together so you can see a little bit better. Okay, based on this, you're essentially able to really identify the 4 different personality types right there. If you were to ask yourself right now, what I want you to do is, in these 4 columns here, I want you to put a letter, and I want you to identify which one you are. So we're going to start off with the letter D in this top left one. Let me go ahead and make it bigger for you, but the letter D. So you got a letter like that. It's going to be D, right here on the top left. Cover this. We'll do 12 letters real quick. The top right over here, you're going to have the letter I. This training right here, I can't tell you how much money this has helped me make. You might all be wondering, what on earth am I doing? It's so valuable. Okay? So you'll eventually you'll love this training. You'll eventually fall in love with it. And then DIS, and then over here put a C. Okay, just like that, disc. So it kind of forms the word disc if you kind of go left to right. I'm just drawing this on the spot here in PowerPoint. Disc, D-I-S-C. So, in a series of 2 questions on your own paper, if you had to choose today and today only, you can change your mind tomorrow, but if you had to choose right now in this exact moment, it doesn't matter if you're in between stuff. Right now, if you had to make a decision, for you personally, circle the word outgoing or the word reserved. Which one are you predominantly more? Even if it's only 51%. Would you consider yourself more outgoing or would you consider yourself more reserved? Everybody circle it real quick. Take 1 second, think about it, circle it. Outgoing or reserved? You can change it. Don't worry about all the questions going in your head like, well, it depends on where I am and da-da-da. Just circle it. The next one is circle whether you, on average, if you had to choose between you being more task-oriented or people-oriented today and today only, circle which one you are, task-oriented or people-oriented. Okay, Now what you've done is you have cornered one part of that chart. If you have done this accurately, if you chose that you are outgoing and people-oriented, then you would be an I. Go ahead and circle the letter that is in between the two sides that you chose. You chose two corners. Circle the letter that is in between. If you did this properly, you are going to be either a D, I, S, or C. And then what I want you to do is you can choose a secondary category. So you've done this once, you've chosen your personality type. Now do this again, but choose your second personality type. You can kind of circle maybe your second one or put like a number 2 next to it. You can circle the 2 you are, put 1 and 2, something like that. What everybody has is they have a dominant personality type and then a secondary personality type. Most people are very strong in one area and very weak in another. Some of you have managed to balance this all out somehow. Okay, let's just curious real quick, with a show of hands, how many people in here chose the category, how many is there? Number 1 predominant choice, raise your hands if you chose D. D is your thing. So hold them up real quick, looking around. Flick around. So those are, you're like drivers, okay? Put them down. You're prefer to be like kind of dominant. You're more in kind of control. You're very much more of like really wanting to lead a situation. You want to be the one in control, the driver. Okay, how many people in this room chose I as their category? You hear how they even make noise? That's how you know they're eyes. They are just like the D's. But if they can either stay home and work on a project or go hang out with their friends and go have dinner at the restaurant and go to a movie and party, they're going to choose that option every single time. They're just more outgoing. Okay, that's the I type. Now, this is going to come in handy, and for some of you, we can end the conference right after this talk. This piece of information alone can for many of you, can significantly increase your revenues in your business. Just this piece of information. But I'm going to show you how we're using this to make you more money. S. How many people in this room chose S as your personality type? Notice how quiet they are? Even though they're people-oriented, they're quiet because they're more reserved. Notice how we went from the outgoing, the D's. Here was something. The D's, prompt. It's like, like this. And then the I's were like, yeah, like this. And then the S's were like this. Right? But here's the thing about S's. You're still people-oriented. You're reserved. You keep yourself your people-oriented. These are the supportive people. These are the people in your community that will always be there. These are the volunteers. These are the people that were served. These are the people that want to participate. They want to belong. They're a team player. They want to contribute, but they don't want to be overpowering. They don't want to be dominant. They don't want to be, in anybody's face. They don't want to create conflict. They don't want anything to be. These are the people that are also easily overwhelmed. Easily overwhelmed because they're people-oriented. They're not task-oriented. They're reserved and they don't want to get into all the data and the details. So things can be very overwhelming for them. But they'll always be there. They're consistent, they're core, they'll always be supported. How many people in this room, raise your hands, did you choose C as your predominant type? Okay, look around. These are your reserved task-oriented people. So the only real difference between the outgoing task-oriented and the reserved task-oriented is that the outgoing people, they would rather take something and delegate and lead people and run an operation and manage things, whereas the C-type personality, you're a lot more, let me dive into the details, let me take my time, let me make an educated decision, let me figure out if this is, you need to make logical sense of things. Once things make logical sense, you're willing to take action. Whereas a dominant driver, I can just say like, hey, when you earn $100,000 in commissions, we're giving you a $100,000 cash bonus. The driver's like, I can do that, sign me up. Like that's the level of thought. It's like, you know what, I can make that happen. Whereas C-type personality is going to say, how can you afford to pay that $100,000? Where exactly is that coming from? If you paid that to 10 people, wouldn't you be out of business? And you start logically, but then as soon as the numbers make sense and you're able to calculate it and it makes sense, your skepticism is overcome by logic. Okay, that's the C-type personality. So, that's a general overview of 4 personality types. Now, when you're selling, and by the way, for those of you in the back that are at the time clock, go ahead and drop like 20 minutes off this. I don't need that much time right now. You can take 20 minutes off of it. So, okay, how do you use this for selling? Let's talk about this event as the example, and then after we talk about this event, let's talk about this sales funnel as the example. Then after we talk about the sales funnel, let's talk about your e-commerce business. as the example. 3 examples, very clear. Pay attention. Okay, example number 1, this event. Can you go ahead and I want to have you all raise your hands again. For the D's, those that chose D, raise your hands. Okay? I'm going to look at this section right here. So all your D's. If I want to promote, you can lower. If I want to promote this conference to you, this is the sales language that I want to use for this. I want to use language that sounds a little bit like, here's why you need to be here. The leaders are going to be here. Leaders, that's a key word. That's a sales word. The leaders are going to be here. The biggest players in the industry are going to be here. Industry, big players, leaders. These are keywords that automatically tailor to this D-type personality. This is gold when you're selling something or whenever you're trying to influence people. Influence. Influencers are going to be here. I want to tell you a couple stories. There's a guy that I know that's going to be at this event who literally grew he just doubled his social media profile from like 600,000 to over 1 million people, 1 million followers, and that's somebody that you should be connected with. When you come to this event, make sure to reach me out. I'd love to make an introduction. These kind of words, okay? Words that are saying things like, we have a Matching Millions program. We're paying $100,000 matching bonuses and $1 million matching bonuses at this event. You'll see exactly how, and I'd love to introduce you to 5 people that have already done it. Okay, words like this are what leaders need to see. Now, let's go opposite real quick. Let's go from the top to the bottom of this chart, and let's talk about how that won't work for the C-type personalities. Let me face this way. How many people on this side chose C-type personalities? Okay? Well, about 20% of this room. And everybody back there too. C-type personality. When I use dominant language like that, it can sound a little bit hyped up. A little bit kind of too hypey. Okay? The C-type personality is gonna automatically, it's gonna be counterintuitive to your personality. So watch how I'll change it. Only speaking to the C's right now. At this event, we are going to go through some extremely detailed information, so bring a notebook because it's probably going to be filled by the time you walk out of here. In fact, some of our members bring 2 notebooks because you might actually have to open up a second one. I don't know if you like data or not, but if you do like data, good, because we're going to be showing some very significant data. We're going to be diving into the metrics of a Facebook advertising account and showing what really it takes to succeed, not that hyped up stuff that everybody else out there talks about. It might get a little boring from time to time as I'm going through these spreadsheets and crunching these numbers, but as long as you like data, you're going to love this event. Would any C's agree that starts to become music to your ears? Right? But that's not music to my ears if I'm a D-type person. If I'm a D-type, it's like, can't I pay somebody to learn that? Do I really have to sit through a grueling spreadsheet session? So now let's go over to the right side, the I's, okay? So again, going over here. How many people chose I as their personality type, right? So for you I's, here's why you gotta come to this event this weekend. It's a freaking party. There's gonna be so many people here. You're gonna meet so many people. Your Rolodex is probably gonna double. I can't wait to introduce you. Oh, you've gotta be VIP so you can come to the parties each night that we're having. It is so much fun. Listen, sure there's gonna be some details, but what's cool is that you don't need to learn all the details. As long as you meet the right people, it's gonna open tons of doors for you. Listen, do you like having fun? Because if so, this weekend's gonna be a blast. Will that work with the C-type personalities? Not at all. Okay, and then the last one, the S's. How many people chose S as their personality type? Okay, so I can't be too overpowering with my language right now, because that alone, the tonality will be a little bit of a turn on. Same with the C-types. When you're reserved, you've also got to tone down your language. You know, listen, I appreciate the fact you were at my last event. I just wanted to acknowledge that. Would love to have you back out to this event. You're always so supportive. You always help everybody. You have a smile on your face. Let me ask you a question. Would you be willing, when you come out, maybe one of the days, would you be willing to volunteer and just help out and maybe usher some people to their tables? You know, I know it's not a paid gig, but it would be great for community support. And then on top of that, what we're going to do different at this event is we're really going to there's going to be a section where we're going to slow things down and really just go over step by step what it takes for a newbie to get started online. Really make sure that we don't leave anybody behind in our community. That's what this event's going to be all about. Do you guys agree that slowing down the language, bringing it in more like that is a little bit more appealing to the S-type personality? Now here's the thing. Persuasion and influence 101 is learning that you can't say the same message in the same way to all 4 personality types. You're not going to convert as well. Now, I just described this event. Technically speaking, were all versions that I described, were they all true? Right? Is the event fun and you're going to meet a bunch of people, be like a party? But is the event also going to be very detailed with a lot of detailed information on setting up e-commerce websites and Facebook ads? Yeah. Do we also want volunteers and supportive people here at the event? Yeah. And at the same time, are we also going to be showing how to be able to earn big incomes, 6-figure incomes, giving away cars, things that leaders would be appealing to?
Oh, yeah.
It's all true. But you have to learn to craft your message in a way that appeals to these 4 personality types. Welcome to the world of bridge marketing. This is what bridge marketing is. Bridge marketing is taking the same message, but creating 4 different pathways for it. What we've done with Bridge Pages, which is a part of Smart Member software, is you have the ability to change the message based on the personality type. Hypothetically speaking, what if you were able to send somebody to a quick little survey, a quick little quiz? Just a quick little survey, ask them a series of 4 or 5 questions. How much money are you looking to make with your e-commerce business? Have you ever done this before? Would you say that you're somebody who's very, very task-oriented, or would you say you're somebody who's a little bit more people-oriented and good with people? Right? See how I snuck that question in there? Right in the middle of some other questions? What if there was a quick little survey where they got something for free? All they had to do is answer a couple questions. They get something for free. And what if, based on the outcome of those questions, they saw a different page, 4 variations of the same page based on how they answered the questions? If somebody said that money was their big drive, you guys like that? Bridge marketing. So, for example, if somebody said, I'm outgoing, I'm task-oriented, and I want to make $100,000 a month. That is such an insane amount of money. It's technically possible, but it's insane. So what I would do is we bring them to a page that's a lot more money-driven, a lot more leader, D-style personality. Hey, we got this Matching Millions program. Hear from this person who just got $100,000. Hear from this person. Hear from this person. All the leaders in the industry are talking about this program. And when I start talking like that on that page, suddenly they're going to get excited. But that same thing would turn away a lot of the other personality types. So you have a same page, same sales page, same message, all selling the event in 4 different ways. Now, same thing with your e-commerce site, e-commerce example. Same thing, when you're selling a product, do you agree on a surface level, you might say, I'm selling, let's say, I'm just going to choose a generic product. Let's say I'm selling watches. Okay, I'm selling watches on my store. Now, if I'm selling a watch to a male or a female, do you agree that men and women are slightly different in the language that they react to?
Yeah.
On a surface level, you might say we're all equal, but we're just not.
No.
We actually have different personality types. Even the most subtle things, colors. If all you did was add one little parameter on the end of your URL, you link to your page with your Facebook ad, you target women. And what if you just put one little thing that said gender equals women? On your page, you add a little thing to the end of your URL that says gender equals women, and the page changed. Here's what I mean. Let's say that you're selling watches. Instead of the picture of the watch being on a men's hand, you put the picture of a watch being on a female's hand. Instead of it being a male watch, it's a female watch as the example, even though you sell both. Instead of the color of the background of the page being black or red, maybe it's a softer, a purple, or a softer color. Maybe the background, the imaging, maybe even talk about how it's ideal for women. Talk about the benefits of women. You make a subtle changes to the page, and then you just put gender equals women, or keyword equals women, and it automatically saves all those changes. It's the same exact page, slightly different language. Even the video, if you have a video, even the video swapped out. You take the elements of the page, you go, if I was a woman, I would want this color background, I would want this text, I would want that image, I would want that. You just say gender equals women, it creates the page automatically, dynamically in seconds for you. Just like that. No coding needed, no anything. You just literally make the changes. You say, instead of this video, play this video. What about age? If you target women 18 to 24, do you agree that demographic is interested in different things than women ages 45 to 65?
Yeah.
What if the simplest little thing in the background was, instead of a background of maybe watches with a couple of young women aged 18 to 24 wearing the watches happy, flashy versus a couple of older women ages in their 50s wearing the watch and talking about it. The subtle little difference takes you 10 seconds with bridge pages, ecom pages, but that one little slight difference is the difference between converting more on your website. When you understand personality types, you make these subtle changes and you start converting more. Nobody in the industry is doing this. We built a tool to do this automatically for you with no code all included in. That's personality type selling, personality-based selling. Now, with Facebook ads, you don't even have to ask them any questions. You know why? Facebook already knows everything about you. Everything. They literally do. I can tell you right now, I can go right now to Facebook ads and I can pretty much identify which personality type you are based on the interests and likes that you have. Or even if I don't know your personality type, I can still do subtle things. For example, let's say that I have a necklace, and let's say that this necklace that I'm selling on my e-commerce site, I want to target women, but let's say that I'm targeting women who like jewelry with this basic necklace, but then subtly, watch the subtleness. The background, in the background of this beautiful page with this necklace, this woman wearing this necklace in the background, or let's not even use a necklace, let's say a bracelet. In the background, this woman using this bracelet, it happens to be a golf background. Now hear me out, a golf course. You guys want to know the subtle art of persuasion? If you target women and you do an intersecting, you go women who like these jewelry and this and that, who also like golf. None of the sales language on the page says golf. You just swap out the background for golf. If you're a woman who likes golf and you go to this page like, wow, that's really nice jewelry, you know what's happening subconsciously? You're drawn in because there's a picture of a golf course in the background, something you love. Or a picture of horses in the background, and you target women who are interested in this jewelry who also like X amount of keywords having to do with horseback riding and trail riding and horses and equestrian and all this. This is the craziest thing ever. When we started experimenting with this, these are things that can double or even triple conversion rates when you do it right. These are called subtle advertising messages. You do little subtleties in the background people don't even know. It takes you, with this tool, it takes you a minute to do. And now, 1 minute to be able to increase conversions. Even if it didn't increase conversions, if it only took you a minute, it's worth it. It's just an extra minute. And it's not going to decrease conversions. You're not going to take somebody who loves something and I don't want that because I love this. It doesn't make sense. Logically, it can only help and can't hurt. That's what we do. So this personality type is what we're going to be doing. Asking questions on the front end and teaching you how to target people with Facebook ads. Now that you know that, I'm about to throw a lot of data at you really quick. Okay? Don't get overwhelmed. Just enjoy. Okay. I have no idea why it just won't pull full screen though. Too bad it won't view full screen. Has something to do with the way my computer's hooked up. We're just gonna have to leave it like that. Okay, this is the Ecom sales funnel. I just whipped this up literally this morning to kind of give you a better analogy, so I didn't have a chance for a designer to do it, and I did this fast. Okay. This starts with the top link on the top left, the Ecom affiliate link, and then it goes to the right, and then it kind of goes to the next row. So it kind of goes like 1, 2, 3, and then starting with the blues, 4, 5, 6, and starting with the oranges, 7, 8, 9, like that. Let's walk through it. Okay, Ecom affiliate link. So, as an affiliate with Techademics, you're going to get a brand new funnel called the Ecom sales funnel. This is going to be a high converting funnel with split testing and with these questions we're going to be asking and everything. This Ecom sales funnel, you're going to get an affiliate link, and it is going to go to a sales page that has a free offer on it. The free offer is going to be to join, we have a $1,000 product that we're going to give them for free for a limited time. And it actually really might be a limited time. Like, not fake. We've created a product called Ecom Power Sellers. I showed it to you this morning. Power Sellers we think is worth $1,000, and I know a lot of you would love to sell it for $1,000 because you make more commissions. So we are going to give it away for free for a limited time if they act right now. So they click your affiliate link, they're going to go to a sales page with a video with me and Lawrence. We're going to split test this video 4 different ways. We're going to ultimately come up with a mirroring matching page for you. It's going to be very cool. The call to action is to join for free. It should not be that hard. We're going to give them tons of stuff if they join for free. The next 2 green links are going to be registration pages 1 and 2. Registration page 1 is to become a free member of Techademics coded to you. As long as they use your affiliate link, they're going to be coded to you. They're going to be a free member. We do what's called lifetime coding. If they buy a product from us next year, if they buy a product from us in 2018, the system looks to who referred them in. And it goes to them first to pay out the commission. So literally, your goal is to get people through this funnel. Even if they don't convert, you might go, oh, my people aren't converting, I have 1,000 leads. Give it time. Give it time. As long as we're nurturing those people, play the long game. 6 months from now, they might have an e-commerce store doing $1,000 a day, and then they're going to want to buy every product we have, because now they're a believer. Give it time. Each customer pays up to $16,000 in commissions. I'm going to explain that on the next slide. So, registration is broken into 2 pieces for convenience. Piece number 1 is basic. First name, last name, email address, and then they're going to choose a username and a password to log into the website. Pretty simple. That's all they need to do. Registration page number 2 is going to be a one-time offer. If they opt into our text message list, we are going to immediately text them a free giveaway. We have 2 giveaways we're going to split test to see which one converts better for Ecom. Here they both are. Giveaway number 1. We have a list of over 100 drop shipping vendors. 100 vendors for you to be able to find products for your site. Everybody goes to the big place, which is called AliExpress. Everybody goes to this one place. We have a list of 100. Thanks to Lawrence Ponte for putting together that list, by the way. Appreciate that. We have a good list. Let's see if I can even, I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up. If I can pull it up, let's just see. I don't even know where it'd be. I don't even bother looking it up. It's somewhere in there. I don't know where, so I'm not going to go right now. I'll show it to you maybe, actually tomorrow. Would you guys want me to, if we print it out, you guys all want a copy of this tomorrow? Should be here? So whoever can help hold me accountable to that in the back. I just promised something. Let's do our best to get that out there. There's 2 documents I want to get you tomorrow. They'll both be, one is going to be this drop shipping document, and then the other one is going to be a Shopify getting started checklist. It's going to be step by step a getting started checklist. Thanks to John Alfredson, wherever he is, for putting that together for us. Appreciate that. These are 3 giveaways you're going to be able to offer your people. So, the other thing we're going to split test though is going to be 101 hot selling products, potential viral products for Shopify. We're going to split test which works better, a list of vendors or a list of hot selling products. So we'll be mixing with those. You'll notice some change. That'll be the opt-in page. They'll opt in and they'll immediately get a response. Now, that opt-in list, it's not going to happen. When we follow up with it, I want to be clear here. We're going to be following up. You're not going to see your affiliate code embedded in those text messages. It wouldn't work. Text messages have a very small amount of text. Yep. All we're going to do is be driving people back into the members area, because if they got on the text message list, they're already members. Right? They've already signed up to step 1, which made them a member. So they're already logged to you, so don't worry, as long as they log back in. So when we message the text message list and say, hey, we have a free webinar that we're doing tonight on, how John just did $100,000 last month with his Ecom store. Join us. We're going to give the link. Log in. They're going to log in right directly to that webinar. They'll log in. Then that webinar will sell products on the side of it. You'll get credit for those. So we're going to be text message following up. What do you guys think the open rates of text messages are? Yeah, 80, 90%. Okay? Most people check all of them. Okay, so it's going to be good. Okay, that's the green section. The green section is gone. Let's put the screen back up on the big projector screens. Okay, they're done with the green section. They have registered, they're in. Now we go to the blue section. They have unlocked a product called Power Sellers, Ecom Power Sellers. That is it's a free product, but it's going to be a $997 value, $1,000 value. They've unlocked it. So immediately they get access to Power Sellers. Power Sellers, what it's going to include is 7 steps to getting started with Shopify for their e-commerce site. It's also going to include the Shopify checklist, the Shopify discount club. Shopify has made a deal with us to give all the members, and Shopify is working with us too to make their experience great. I believe that we're going to send Shopify so much business, they're just going to come in and start really working. Let's prove to them that we're a serious client, so they keep giving us cool deals. It's going to give them access to a case study from Lawrence and a bunch of other goodies. So Ecom Power Sellers and the Facebook group. It's a great offer. Keep in mind, they have not put in a credit card yet. So that's why I believe all of this value will convert very well. No credit card yet. Now, They have to do the 7 steps to success with Shopify in order to unlock the Ecom case study. Those are the other 2 blue marks. So they get in for free. We're having them take action first to complete those steps, joining and setting things up. Because now, once they're in the game, when people are in the game, they're going to likely take action. Then we give them the case study, they get inspired, and they go. Then they're done with the blue. Now, what we do is, as a company, we work on upgrading those people into our product lines. What we will not do is we will not hard sell your customers. Even though you probably want us to, because you want commissions, we don't want to hard sell them, and we don't want to make them feel bad for not purchasing. It's a unique angle we're taking here, and please bear with us. I've seen this industry for a long time. I've been in it. I've seen it from all different angles. There's certain things that have rubbed me the wrong way. High pressure sales tactics rub people the wrong way. Making people feel like they have to do everything, otherwise they're not even part of the team, just rubs people the wrong way. And making people feel like super left out if they don't, like really left out, like they don't even belong if they don't buy. I don't think these are good tactics. So we're not doing those tactics at Decademics, okay? Just for the putting it out there. Now, what that does mean is that you may not see, without these high aggressive sales tactics, you may not see sales flying in as fast as you might see them with other offers you promoted. Okay? But our opportunity will be around for the long term this way. It really will. We can preserve this. So what's better? Stable, consistent growth where years from now we can still have a stable income in business, or spiky growth where everything's always at jeopardy to going away and you got to start over again. Right? What happens is a lot of us have short-term gratification needs financially, and you're just going to have to go, hey, you know what, I'm in this thing for the long term, I'm committing, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to do what's called a natural progression upsell funnel. Natural progression. Naturally, we know if they're in for free, they're naturally going to want to join Entrepreneur Club because it's Lawrence Aponte's teaching on a weekly level, and he's bringing in successful Shopify sellers. Naturally, they're going to want that. Naturally, they're going to want Smart Member. After that pitch I just gave you about how Smart Member does these e-commerce pages to convert better, if you just set up a Shopify site for free, wouldn't you want to convert your sales better? Naturally, they're going to want that. Naturally, they're going to want Tech Academy, because when you come to an event like this, all the next 2 days are pure Shopify setup. If they just got set up for free, naturally, wouldn't they want to come to an event where they're going to really get to meet other successful people in Shopify, where they're going to get to go step by step walk through? This is called natural progression. We don't need to push it on people, because naturally, it is the next step they're looking for anyways. Right? That's what we've done here. I've switched up things a little bit so that it's got a natural progression. Impact series. Naturally, they're going to want that because we have an entire day dedicated to viral videos to sell Shopify products. We have an entire day dedicated to this month. I think it's November 29th, I think, that I'm recording, November 29th. I'm doing Dark Post Profits 3.0, a full day training on Facebook advertising, beginner and Facebook ads explaining